Southwest politics has taken another dimension. I repeat, politics in the Southwest has taken another dimension. Any Yoruba politician that does not support President Bola Ahmed Tinubu will get the Aregbesola treatment. I repeat, 2027 presidential election, any Yoruba Southwest politician that does not support President Bola Ahmed Tinubu will get the Aregbesola treatment. Recently, Aregbesola was attacked in Ogun State. Yes, the Yorubas have started becoming hostile to any of their own politician that will not support their own president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I told you that 2027, there will be tribal sentiment when it comes to voting a president. We have Obi, we have Atiku, we have Tinubu. Now the Yorubas are saying that all Yoruba politicians must support President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. You see, the ADC, which Aregbesola belongs to, has come out to defend the actions of Aregbesola, saying that this is politics. Tinubu does not represent the Southwest, and the Southwest is not Tinubu. We are all in Nigeria, because Tinubu may have 4 or 8 years to rule Nigeria. After that, what will become of the Southwest? I watched the video where Aregbesola was attacked. I also watched the video where he was campaigning in Lagos. I looked at people's comments and I saw a lot of hatred from the comments I read for Aregbesola. I don't know the kind of politics that is being played in Southwest as of now, but the impression it gives me is that everybody will have to play regional politics at this point in time. From the ADC, Atiku responds, "It is incredible to see the zeal with which some Tinubu supporters are trying to mobilize the Yoruba and Southwest against Aregbesola for merely exercising his democratic rights and choosing to stand with the Nigerian people. This is sheer perfidy and should be condemned." That is from the ADC. Any attempt to demonize Aregbesola and other Yoruba leaders in the opposition, they are undemocratic and disgraceful. They are also inimical to the long-term political interest of the Yoruba people. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is not the Southwest, and the Southwest is not President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. This is the response of the ADC, Atiku and Co, to Southwest politicians and the thugs, those that want to lynch Aregbesola, that Tinubu is not the Southwest and the Southwest is not Tinubu. This action also, according to them, is inimical to the long-term political interests of the Yoruba people. What does it mean? That after now, after this Tinubu's tenure, what will be for the Southwest? If you look at the impression one gets is that Tinubu's people are afraid of Aregbesola, that they are throwing everything at him, even recruiting Sunday Igboho, a self-declared ethnic warlord, into the fight. But the narrative they are creating is that tribal and personal loyalty is more important to the Yoruba man than national interest. This is wrong and dangerous. If you're watching this broadcast, what do you think? Tribal and personal loyalty is more important to the Yoruba than national interest. Ogbeni Aregbesola is immensely capable of fighting his own battles, but as a party, we condemn this act of intolerance and assault on freedom. It must cease immediately. When you go to the comment section, you see a lot of things. Somebody says, Yoruba interests come before Nigerian interests. If you still can't understand that as a politician, probably it is time to get some history lessons. If it is not important, why the need for a coalition? So Yoruba interest come before Nigerian interest. Now, I've said it before, 2027 is going to be ethnic sentiment. Voting will come, like most of it will come along ethnic lines. Somebody said that I don't understand. My brother, let's watch. You saw what happened to Aregbesola. I watched the video. I can't play the video here because somebody even carried cutlass. I was asking myself, what are you using cutlass to do? They broke his glass. They stoned him, and this stoning is like they are so angry, they are enraged. You know, there's a kind of stoning that you are stoning people. You are stoning to kill or to cause severe injury or severe harm. That is what happened to Aregbesola, I think, in Ogun State. Somebody else says, Nigeria belongs to all of us. No Yoruba is more Yoruba than another. In politics, everyone has the right to their own choice of candidate, and that choice must be respected. A government should be judged by its performance, not forced loyalty. Politicians ultimately speak for their own stomachs. This is a Yoruba person. The culture of attacking people over their political choices must stop. Laws should be in place to protect citizens from harassment simply because of the party or candidate they support. Now let's look at it critically. Nigeria is changing. The political structure, political terrain of Nigeria is changing. Look at it. There's this sentiment, coalition. There's this sentiment, North and South. Most at times, Northern Nigeria will come out and say, Northern interest, Northern interest. In one Nigeria, Northern interest. Before we now had Southern interest, Southwest interest, Southeast interest. We used to have Southeast Governors Forum, Southwest Governors Forum, Northern Governors Forum, Southern Governors Forum. Before this thing that is happening to Aregbesola, so there are some interests that are ahead of Nigeria's interests. During the last elections, we saw a Muslim ticket being pushed by Northern Nigeria against all odds, against the fact that we are all one Nigeria. In quotes, we have Christians, we have traditionalists, others. And somebody is preaching that if you are doing this, in the long run, it is going to affect Yoruba people. That is what you are trying to show us is that you are putting Yoruba interest ahead of national interest. My brother, the reality on ground, even the ADC understand, there's nothing like national interest as we speak at the moment. Everybody is pursuing their personal interest, regional interest. Look at the constitutional review. Each region had their own. What interest is that? Look at the development commissions. Every region has their own. Why can't we have a national development commission? So Nigeria is a complex country that needs to understand how it needs to exist. Now let's look at this other reaction. The Bolaji betrayer, you are not different from Aregbesola because you are now a betrayer too for betraying Saraki. Anyway, before you send, I can't read this. Okay. Then this is from somebody that is not from the Southwest. He says, I still wonder how Bola Ahmed Tinubu is the measure of standard to be called a Yoruba. If you don't support the Ronu Messiah, then you are not Yoruba enough. This is wrong. See, let us embrace the reality. This is the reality come 2027. I told you before that Southwest vote, the vote where South, only Lagos, the vote where Lagos go bring out, it go shock everybody. Now, put this down, it go shock everybody. Not to talk of Southwest. Wait, let them do the census. When they do the census, then count everybody finish. Then you now see what these people are planning. See, I don't believe Northern Nigeria should be the ones that can threaten everybody. Let Southern Nigeria also do their own small gra-gra, so that everyone will have mutual respect. So that if everybody come back to their senses, that is, if they come back to their senses. Because Northern Nigeria led by Fulani, they don't care what you are doing. Their own is that let them achieve what they want to achieve. They are not uniting with anybody on anything. You see that coalition, that Northern coalition, they will never naturally support a Peter Obi because nobody is one Nigeria. The way they will support Atiku will never be how they will support Peter Obi. So if Peter Obi is being supported by Atiku and co, you will see that Northern Nigeria will be reluctant. I'm telling you. So there's nothing like national interest as we speak. Look at how the APC hijacked power from Jonathan. Jonathan neglected his people and focused on the northern part of Nigeria. He became partial in whatever he was doing. Now, come back to Buhari. Buhari focused on the Fulani. And we are all okay with it. The people in the ADC, most of the people in the ADC supported the Buhari government, and he was doing anyhow. Now we are on to Tinubu, and you are trying to preach to everybody. I'm not saying that they should attack. I've said it in my former videos that See, the best thing for the APC, not even the best thing for the APC and the Southwest, is for them not to attack Aregbesola. That's the best thing, a wise decision for the ADC, because it will get to a point whereby people will be pushed to the wall and things will happen in 2027. It is wise for you not to attack these guys. Let them come and do their own things. You can see how the coalition took over social media and we are doing all their campaigns and everything. At the end of the day, PDP when they talk. PDP when they talk. They get their grassroots mobilization. They know they talk. They had to show them that we are on ground. So if you believe that you have the numbers, you have what it takes, why attacking Aregbesola? That is what I said in my former video. But now, I'm saying politics now is conservative. Conservative. Democracy is not something we need now. All these ones, everybody's preaching, they are preaching democracy. The democracy benefits the Fulani more than every other person. They say Federal Character Commission. Go to agencies of government, ministries. You see a lot of federal character. North is dominating everywhere, using federal character, using democracy, this and that. We know the people that this democracy benefit. So we are not practicing what you are saying. Everybody is practicing conservatism. I've been begging my brothers in the Southeast, let us think about how to enter Igbo land and do a lot of things there. Because very soon, when Nigeria go share in property, when Nigeria go write in will, I hope the Igbos will have a lot to take from Nigeria's will. As it stands, the Fulanis are the greatest beneficiaries because they don't chop from Nigeria. They don't chop. They don't chop billions of naira. Sete Buhari had to build a railway from Nigeria to Niger, his cousin's place and what have you, his brothers and what have you. He did. Fulani don't chop. Now it is the Yorubas that are taking a lot from it. So if you are coming to preach, okay, tomorrow or next tomorrow, my brother, that is not how politics is being played in Nigeria. Some people don't even send you what they talk. You can talk from now tomorrow, they don't even send you. Talk. Talk, is not going to do anything. The reality on ground is that politicians have planted hatred amongst the people. And it seems this generation may be worse than our fathers. Some people, their parents actively taught them hate of other people and other tribes. And they grew in that nurture, in that environment. How do you stop somebody from having this conservative mindset over the years that is benefiting them? Don't you know that conservatism will benefit you whenever you are in power? The Yorubas have tasted power. A lot of their brothers are in Abuja, left, right, center. Ambassadors, left, right, center, traveling out of the country. Businesses are booming. They're having access to oil, having access to whatever it is. A lot of Yoruba people. And you think that they will sit down there and expect Northern Nigeria to push somebody to fight their brother. So some people even really think that Nigeria is one. Well, I've been saying it. I'll keep on saying it, whether you like it or not. Okay? Somebody said this. Okay. Now people are divided. Okay. Koro Gbalenu for saying Aregbesola is standing with Nigeria people after paying a modulated salary for more than. Okay. Is Aregbesola not mobilizing people against Yoruba candidate known as Bola Tinubu? You saw his statement. Is Aregbesola not mobilizing people against a Yoruba candidate? It is now Yoruba candidate. It's not a Nigerian candidate. When we look at appointments, Yoruba's turn. That is how Nigeria is structured. The politicians, that's how they think. Those ones that are not in power are the ones that will be preaching five gospels of John. My brother, these ones that are in power, they are not preaching that. They are taking advantage of everything they need to take advantage of. And I'm praying that at the end of the day, with all these things that Tinubu is doing to the northern Nigeria, especially the Fulani oligarchy, he is able to restructure Nigeria to an extent whereby they will not be able to reverse most of the things he may have done as pertaining restructuring. See, after the census, we will now talk about a lot of the restructuring that will go on. I tell you, northern Nigeria, my own advice I can advise, because at the end of the day, all of them are the same thing. We have upper class, lower class. You people have eradicated the middle class. Even those that are in the coalition, they still enjoy it tomorrow. their children go see they enjoy them. Now they just they change team. They just they change what. Now the same thing. They play for Premier League. Nigerians are spectators. Them be players. They collect money, so they are the same. So I'm advising Northern Coalition: do not do everything in your power to strategize and make sure that Tinubu does not return 2027. My brother, if Tinubu returns 2027, you may even forget about 2031. After he finish his 8 years, somebody says Tinubu may want to make himself life president. My brother, if the constitution enter, if the guy run that thing, if he become life president, I've said it before. People they hear me. Come like say I don't know what they talk. Tinubu may be Nigeria's last president. Tinubu may be Nigerians' last president. Okay? Someone says, because Yoruba hate betrayals, if you are encouraged to do the same in Kwara, so be it. All I know is if elections are held in Kwara today, you can't deliver your word. Shame you no get. You and Adegbeshola are part of the destroyers of this country under Buhari. Do you think we are just learning politics? Your name and that of who you are defending have been ringing bells since Obasanjo era. Àwọn Alaboshi, àti you, Adegbeshola. Somebody, there are things that are being said here. Let me read this one. If you follow Adegbeshola come my area for Lagos too, both you go still chop. If you follow Adegbeshola come my area, the spokesperson of the ADC, that's what they are referring to. I just make I tell you down. Okay. What about what Babachi Lawa said about the Yorubas? Till today, you haven't uttered the word, but you had venom for Kachiku the other day. Well, what can one expect from a hypocrite? Okay. Oh, man. A lot of hostility from the Southwest on Adegbeshola. I don't know what I would tell Adegbeshola. You see, politics is a game, is a do or die thing in Nigeria. I know that whatever may happen, they will not, he's an elite. He's an elite. Highest, they go arrest him, put her for sale for like how many months? Go put her for 1 2 apartment, put her for 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, or even 1 year. They'll just use that one. Elite, they know themselves. Even a Peter Obi, they cannot touch him. That one where we say Edo State governor, you talk say, if you are coming to my state, make sure you tell me blah blah blah. Nothing will happen to Peter Obi. All of them are elite. They know where they. Now we just a fight for them. Adegbeshola is a failure and betrayal of trust. He will be treated like an outcast in Yoruba land. Know this, no fact. Ireo. The power of the people is more than the power of the few. Rauf Adegbeshola in the Southwest politics. Okay. Now, let's look at this from this angle. I hope the people that are spitting fire and brimstone now understand what the future holds for Nigeria. That if Tinubu refuses to restructure Nigeria, nobody send anybody message again. I'm telling you, this may be Yoruba's last president. If Tinubu ever refuses or stops at anything, to make sure he should try his best to restructure Nigeria. All these ones we are shouting blah blah blah. Some people know what will happen 2027. Some people also know what will happen 2031. They are just keeping quiet and looking at everybody. Mind you, the only people that can stop Tinubu now is the Nigerian army. And mind you, the power structure in the Nigerian army, Fulani is much more influential when it comes to tribalism. The North is much more influential power structure. Tinubu does not want to offend the army. He's going to distract them, play this, do like this, bribe this. That's what. If the army have a mind of their own now, and they refuse to align with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, even in the army itself, tribalism is there. That is why you see, Chief of Army Staff, I think so, is a Yoruba person. After Alagbaja, then call another guy, Yoruba person. So I notice anybody that becomes president, they want to put somebody who is from his own ethnicity or closer to his ethnicity to become his Chief of Army Staff. So tribalism did here. If If Tinubu cannot be able to manage the power structure in the army, using tribalism to shield himself, my brother, if the army changes for Tinubu, Tinubu becomes worthless in their eyes. Bloody civilian. So after Tinubu's tenure, what will happen? What will happen? 2031. What will the Southwest do 2031? Now, are you going to call Sunday Igboho? Or what are you going to do? If they use army on people, what are you going to do? If they persecute Yoruba politicians, what are you going to do? If the South and Southeast eventually aligns with Northern Nigeria, which I see a possibility, what are you going to do? So I'm advising, just allow this guy move around the Southwest and do their thing. Let them do their thing. If politicians are using some of you guys to cause this havoc, it is for their own personal interest. Let me tell you, they don't send anybody. All these guys don't send anybody. They don't send you. You think they send you. You believe, even the Tinubu that is mobilizing some youths to do one or two things. You see, Nigerians, illiterates, poor people, illiterates are easy to deceive. They are easy to control. A hungry man, a poor man, and an illiterate. If you are wise enough, you will not allow any politician use you for anything. Anything called violence, you will not allow any politician. At least we know that the politicians, all of them, 99.9%, all of them are selfish, self-centered. Lastly, let's end with this. Tinubu's brand of politics is tribal and religious manipulation, and his Ronu and tribalistic Yoruba see Tinubu as being more Yoruba than OBJ. They can abuse Obasanjo, who was a nationalist and who did well in office, and we hail and prostrate for Tinubu as their messiah. Get the reality straight. If the political structure, the political direction is going this way, everybody try and adjust so that you will not be left behind. I'm telling you, use your wisdom. Everybody is preparing for Nigeria's disintegration. Everybody is preparing small. If you dare there, you lose guard. You lose guard, my brother. I don't know what to tell you. See, I don't know what to tell you. So far as I'm concerned, what we're practicing in Nigeria is not democracy. Everybody is looking for how to further his interest. Do something, hold on to power, snatch or grab power to further his interest. May God help Nigeria.